Alright, so good day, my dear students. So today we're going to continue what we have been working last meeting. Okay, so you already know how to create the database itself and then the tables, right? Now today we're going to insert data using queries, okay, using the hard code of this one, because we are dealing with the development of a certain .NET application that needs a database, right? So we are not using this one. But if you are a developer of a certain .NET application, you need to know what are the code or the syntax for inserting, deleting, searching, and editing. So okay, so in development, in our way back in our college days, we have this mnemonics called CRUD. Okay, that means you need to create, read, update, and delete records in your database. Okay, so inserting is inserting record is under create, and then viewing record is under the read, and then changing or manipulating data is under update, and then deleting record is under delete. Okay, removing records. Now, but in the industry, we discourage this one, the delete, because you're not going to delete some records. You are just updating its status. Okay, you are just putting it into archives or something. We are not we discourage delete. So if you uh, mistaken some information, you just have to update. Or if that person or if that product is not available, or if that product is no longer available into your store, you just have to update its status. Okay, because you'll never know that that person or that product will come back in the future. So it's easy for us to update its status. We don't want to delete the certain entity. Okay, now let's proceed. Okay, let's start with the create. If we look at here in your sum, you can see the buttons of the queries. If you look at this one, it's very long syntax, and then you probably cannot understand this one, okay, because it has so many unnecessary characters. Okay, so now we are going to uh, insert some data. Now, so as I have said before, there is this pattern of coding. Okay, you don't want to type in all the codes one by one. There's a pattern for this. Okay? So for example, we need to insert some data. Here, for example, insert into TB accounts just like that. Okay. So the syntax for this is, it's okay if your word is not in lowercase or uppercase, because this is not case sensitive. So this is the video of um, SQL, because it is not case sensitive. Okay. Insert into, space into, and then space what table. Okay, so I'll just have to uh, said what table, space, you have to write the two parentheses first, okay, and then semicolon. Okay, that's our pattern. And then after writing this one, uh, go back to in the middle of, in between of the two parentheses, we'll have to write values, and then we'll go back to the first parenthesis. Now for the left side, this one, the left parenthesis and the right parenthesis. The left parenthesis is for what column you would like to have, what column you would, what column you want, what column do you want, or what column would you like to insert some data, okay? And then the right side is what should be the value, okay? So let's say for example, you don't have to put the ID right here because it is being set as auto increment. If you can still remember last video, right? We set that for auto increment, okay, for it to become a primary key. Okay, now we'll just have to mind with the rest of the columns. Okay, these are the columns: the ID, your username, password, and the full name. Okay, so if you want to insert some record to your username, you just have to type in app username, comma, your app password, comma, and then your, oh sorry, so I'll just have to uh, leave this like a syntax. Okay, so your column 1, your column 2, and then your column 3, and so on. If you want to add another, just put some comma, and then your value will be uh, it should be enclosed with the single quotes. Now, okay. Now remember, this is very important uh, to remember. It should be matched. The columns and the values should be matched. Okay. So for example, you have 3 columns here. You would like to insert a record for the 3 columns. Your value also should have 3 values. Okay. If you have 2 columns right here, your values should have also 2 values. Okay. If you have 3 columns, you should also have 3 values. Okay. So for it to be matched, because if that is not balanced, you'll get some error. All right. Now let us put this in our SQL. Okay, so may I just put it right here. Alright. Okay. Now let's remember this syntax. Insert into what table, and then what columns that you would like, and then the values. Okay. So say for example, I want to insert in a product first. Okay, a product. So insert into what table? So we are using the table accounts. We want to put some records in table accounts. So TB accounts space double parentheses as we have practiced, and then semicolon. And then let's get back to the middle and put some values. Put the values word, and then let's go back to our first parenthesis, and then we want to have username, the password, and then the full name. Now, for you to minimize your error, if you have 3 columns on the left, we want to put first 3 values on the right, okay, for it to be balanced. And then after that, let's get back for inserting. Now, also reminders, if you have If your order is like this, username, password, full name, your value should be also in order. Okay, because let's say for example your full name is Mark, and then you did not check the first column, which is username. So this Mark Michael Angelo will be put inside the username instead of the full name. Okay, so uh, keep that in mind, the ordering of the columns. So you can also just if you want to be the full name to be the first value, you can also do that. Okay, just fill in the proper order or the proper value for the order. Okay, for this order. Okay, so since this is a username, so for example I have Maki123 for my username, then my password will be admin, then my full name Michelangelo Claris. Alright, so let's let us execute this one. Go, and then there you have it. Let's click the browse, and then there you have it. Username, password, full name. Alright, so on my next video I'm gonna show you also. Let's continue on the next video, and then we will use the search or the we're done with. Okay, on my next alright, so on my next video we will proceed to read. Okay, so we are done with the create because we already inserted. Now on my next video is for the read. Okay, so goodbye, God bless, and keep safe, and laban lang. Alright, so bye.